check.
Hi guys, and welcome to my domain. Now, this game is called Dead Horizon, and it looks pretty interesting. I also found this gem on Steam. The only thing about it is I've heard it's very short, so sorry if this is a quick let's play. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. First of all, while I was exploring, I saw this, so I thought I might as well give that a gander and read to y'all. Testament of a Gunslinger. There ain't much to waste living, just blood, sweat, pain, and dust. After that, it's just about straight shooting, never getting too drunk, and living long enough to die from the sludge lung. I'm about 50, if I had to reckon a guess. Had some success as a shootist here and there. Enough that I was offered a few coins to write down my thoughts. Darn. As y'all can tell, I don't cuss. Been staring at the page for most of the day, sat down to write my words, and I ain't sure I got any. Guessed a few of these I've read start with family. So my ma hated guns, my pa loved them, and taught me to shoot them. He was a water farmer. Water farming is a fine if backbreaking pursuit. Very proper. Wasn't for me. I started out warg hunting with a rusty .22, almost stripped clean by dust rot. Killed my first man at 12 years of age with a 5-hand revolver. It held 5 bullets, but each put daylight the size of a fist in ya. Worked as a storm courier for a time, delivering parcels no one else would. Took me all over. The rust wrecks of the drifting dunes seemed painted in the sunsets. And I can confirm the Vandervale Marsh never gives up her dead. By 20, I had taken 10 souls, each deserving. 1 I regretted at the time, about 3 I regretted these days. Course, that ain't what you're reading this, is it? You want to know what makes a good shootist. Alright, you gotta know what kind you are. Shooting ain't about the gun, it ain't about the aim. It don't matter how much you practice. Don't matter if you use gun cloth, rust, paper, or cigar box to keep the dust rot away. Shooting is about grit, nothing else. Killing the man is easy, or if it isn't, then you ain't the right kind. Some people it weighs on heavy, like trying to swim with a 50-pound stone. Other men, sometimes it's hard to even call them that. Don't do a thing to them, even lift some up like they got balloons tied to their shoulders. That's how you be a good shootist. You enjoy it, the killing, taking a life. You gotta like it, or at least you gotta not care. And for better or worse, most people, they'll flinch or they'll think twice. I won't. That's all there is to it. Now, what makes a good man? That's a thinker. That's the one that got me to sit down and write my words. I thought maybe I'd have a good answer if I just kept going. Don't know that I do, but I remember being 12. I'd shot a man, felt good. I hated him fierce. My pa, he took away my gun, told me that even though the sheriff wasn't gonna do nothing, I couldn't just settle all my arguments with lead. So I stole some food from the sealed cellar and took off. My pa caught up with me a bit after the sun. He looked me in the eye, asked if I thought I was a man. I told him yes. I mean, I'd shot a man, so not sure what else I could be. He told me, if that was the case, to take my best shot. Never said I was smart, 'cause I did. Hit him hard as I could in the face. My pa nodded his head, rubbed his jaw a little. Welp, guess it's my turn. Don't remember getting back to the house, but I had trouble eating for at least a 2-moon sky. Left home again at 15, never went back. Never forgot what my pa taught me. A man doesn't pick a fight he can't win, doesn't act out of anger, and doesn't go assuming a gun can't solve his problems, and he looks after women. This world's hard. My dad would say you look after your ma and your sisters. The wind and the endless dust. It'll tear up their soft skin and leave nothing but bone. He'd say it to me like a secret when they were out. I'd send money home when I can. One of my sisters is in the ground. The other has a dozen kids I hear. Never seen them. Might make the trip if the storm lets up. Always thought women were curious creatures myself. Not much fit for most things, yet tasked with child rearing anyways. Funny how it works. Once had a waif of things begged me to teach her to shoot. Eventually, I got tired of saying no. She was crying by the time she was done. Just not the kind of thing a woman's soft manners were made for. After the storm, courier shut down, I tried to join up with the dowsers. They were well-meaning and the message was sound. Of course, the water barons wouldn't have it. Buried more friends than enemies once the smoke settled. Ended up working as a caravan guard on a line owned by one of the barons that sicked those hombres on us. He'd always pay on time. Think he might have been the same one that owned my parents' land. Heh, funny. Didn't put that together till I wrote it down. Guess I never got that far away from my pa after all. Running out of woods, got less wisdom than I hoped after 50 odd years on a world where boats don't get 40 before the brown lung makes them cough themselves into a dirt nap. I guess at the end of the day, you gotta know what kind you are. Find out and don't lie to yourself. Farming, shooting, riding, selling, lying, cheating, gambling, drinking, building, sewing. You gotta know what you are and what you want, 'cause this world's hard. And woman or man, the wind and the endless dust will tear that soft flesh right off your bones. If you let it. Sometimes even if you don't. Alright, so that was the lore. This game could not have been made without a great many works that came before it, including but not limited to The Shootist, Fallout, Stagecoach, Lonesome Dove, The Dark Tower, Farscape, Highlander, Wild Gunman, A Mess of Trouble, Zork Grand Inquisitor, and all those other games. So this was his inspiration for the game. That was kind of long. So what I'm probably going to do is divide this up into 2 parts. I'm not sure how long each part will be. Alright guys, well that was the lore of it. I know this is like very abrupt, but I'm going to stop this video here. But then, as you can see, I'm going to post the next one really quickly afterwards, so there won't be much of a time lapse afterwards. So yeah, I'll see y'all right back in the next video. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in a minute.